Blood rushed to my face. 1601. What is wrong with you people? This is slander. The pushback was instantaneous. Mark 1501. Explain the video. Explain the mess. Sarah 1404. She probably cleaned up before taking those pictures. The conversation derailed into bizarre conspiracy theories. I muted the group chat, fighting back tears. The next morning, Brenda tagged me again, her tone frantic. Brenda 1603. At 1601, you sick freak. I complained yesterday, and this is how you retaliate. I scrolled up. Brenda posted photos. The first was her front door, splattered with dark, messy liquid. The second was her welcome mat. Sitting in the center was a messy, fake goose head. The chat was a war zone. Brenda dropped another audio file, her voice cracking. My grandson opened the door and passed out. He's running a fever. We're at the emergency room. Before I could type, Brenda's son, Greg, hijacked the chat. His messages were explosive. He uploaded a picture of his kid in a hospital bed. The mob descended on me. Greg 1603. At 1601, get out here. Stop hiding. My mind went blank. 1601. It wasn't me. I didn't even leave my apartment yesterday. Greg 1603. Bullshit. Open your door. I heard heavy boots sprinting up the stairwell. Smash! 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 Deafening blows rained down on my front door. Open the door. I'm going to teach you a lesson. It was Greg. I was paralyzed with terror, crawling to the peephole. Greg was a massive guy, face flushed with rage. In his right hand, he gripped a heavy tool, swinging at my deadbolt. A crowd of neighbors gathered to watch. Greg, stop. It wasn't me. I'm calling the police. I screamed, dialing 911. Call the cops. Let them see what kind of freak you are. Greg roared, kicking the door. Do you smell that? Someone whispered. Yeah, smells like bad food. The building security arrived, tackling Greg. The manager pounded on my door. I unlatched a deadbolt. The door cracked open, and Greg shoved past, his hand cracking across my jaw. My ears rang violently. He grabbed my hair, spitting profanities. Let her go! The guard spried his fingers out. I huddled behind a guard, shaking. I didn't do it. Search my apartment. I screamed. You threw the evidence. Greg bellowed. Right then, the elevator pinged. 2 police officers stepped out. They separated everyone. I clung to the older officer, sobbing, explaining everything. The officer's brow furrowed. He looked around, nostrils flaring. He cut Greg off. What is that smell? Everyone froze. The officer tracked the scent, stopping directly in front of Unit 1602. 1602 belonged to Diane, a single mother. We rarely spoke. The officer knocked firmly. No answer. He pounded harder. Police, open up. The knocking pushed a thicker wave of foul odor into the hallway. A dark dread settled in my stomach. Officer, I stuttered. Diane. She gave me a spare key. For emergencies, the officer's eyes locked onto mine. Go get it. I ran inside, pulling out the key with the red tag. The older officer took it, staring at the heavy door. His partner unclipped his safety holster. Everyone step back, the officer commanded. The crowd shrank back. The key turned. The door creaked open. A tidal wave of concentrated foulness exploded out. It was so overwhelmingly foul we stumbled backward. The living room was pitch black, but the sliver of hallway light was enough. The floor was a disaster zone, smeared with massive, dark pools of liquid. And lying perfectly still in the center of that mess were 2 motionless figures.